Dude, I think I broke autocorrect because I post and say so much stuff that's like not real English. It won't correct my stuff anymore. And so when I'm typing up these titles, y'all gotta help me out because I'm misspelling stuff like crazy, because rarely are you hitting the right buttons. You just count on your phone to correct you. My phone is not doing that. And then when I backspace and try to correct that word, then it's like starting that word connected to the right base of it and messing me, and then like creating this whole new word that with capitalizations in it, drive me freaking nuts. All right, so I was just on a live, and what happened is a call came through from a store who's trying to make sure that this guy's coming back to him. And I have it kind of like this is a newer store, and so he's not, the relationship isn't quite built there to where there's this certainty that like it's just going to be all right. And so I'm having to do a little bit more legwork when it comes to this certain drop-off location. It's like $5,000 worth of phones, and this is like I think our second or third deal that we've done together. So anyway, what I was saying is phones, it took me a long time to get it fully set up to where I can then start saying, okay, let me spend some time on some other flips. I think my check gauge thing is broken. Sorry about that, y'all. Drive me nuts. So anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm learning the car stuff, so I can supplement, or not supplement, but just like feed that need for like learning in my life. And so I'm feeding the need for learning, and I'm deciding like, okay, am I going to do this or do more of this? But it wasn't until I had this stuff really dialed in and really hands off, and people helping me out with this stuff, that I was able to actually spend some time, break some time off, and do these other things. And so, but here's what I just did though. I posted about that car that I was talking about flipping yesterday. The guy wants $3,000. That bad boy got rear-ended super hard. It's a Toyota Corolla 2017 with 29,000 miles on it. Trade-in median value is $14,500. That's clean title. It was not reported to insurance. What I did is though, I called my old body guy and I sent him pictures. I said, how much for this? He said $4,800. I said, great, meet me over there. So I'm about to go meet him over there, and he's gonna haul it for me, because that's a pretty big job. And the double benefit is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell him, like, look, if you think it could be way more than that $4,800, just shoot me straight now, and we'll get together on another deal, and I'll give him $100-200 or whatever just for his time, or at least I'll offer. He probably won't take it. And so I'm doing a step above what I was talking about yesterday. So step one is like figuring out if there's any potential. Step two is locking it in to where the guy that's actually going to fix the dang thing can look at it and then say, hey, I can fix this, or I can't fix this. Or it's not going to be $4,800. It's going to be more like $6,800 or whatever it's going to be. And then I got to weigh my options and decide, all right, do I want to negotiate on this price any? Or do I want to go ahead and just say, cool, let's do it, $3,000, and let's say it's $6,800. Then I'm dang near $10,000 into the thing, and I've got probably about a $15,000 car, and I'm good to go. So what I'm doing right now, before I meet that guy, is I'm going to look at another deal. Why not? And this dude off the rip is asking $2,000 under trade-in value for a perfectly good car. It's I'm doing too much. 2014 Nissan Maxima, 80,000 miles, something like that. Don't go back searching the value, because that might not even be the dang car it is. 80,000 miles, no problems, clean title in hand, and he's asking $8,500, and it looks like trade-in value is like $10,600. So depending on what this other dude says about the repair, it might be better to get one that's already good and maybe not have quite as much equity in the deal, as opposed to having to get one that's going to take a few weeks to repair, and the whole net of it might not be as sexy as I think it's going to be. So I might be 8,500, have $2,000 in equity. Let's just say I'm going off trade-in values, strictly trade-in values. Or I might have about $4,500 in equity to $6,500 in equity, but have to do a lot more work and a lot more uncertainty. So there's a risk reward, and it's cool. What's cool about cars, guys, is like you see this in phones. People, they don't have the money to fix it, so they sell you the phone and you get a good deal. Well, 10x that, and you 10x the pain that someone is going through and the desire for them to get it off of their hands. And like, how many people do you know that have $4,800 plus $3,000 cash money ready to go for a deal? And the answer is like, not a lot. Probably not very many. Maybe more so in like our industry because we're constantly like having cash on hand. But most people in America don't barely have $1,000, much less $3,000 plus $4,800 plus a couple of weeks to wait on it. So if you can, this stresses the importance of like building your cash base up to minimum probably like $10,000 of play money. If you can build it up to that level, it's going to make phones easier. It's going to make cars easier. It's going to make all these things so much easier. And the cool thing about this is the phone deal I'm doing right now will probably be $400 or $500 in profit, while I'm working on either 2 cars that are looking at close to $8,000 to $10,000 in profit, and I'm not sacrificing either one of them. And sure, I'm taking some chances out here. Sure, I've got $1,700 in profit play money that I'm playing with, and I got a budget of probably 10 to 15K is what I don't want to be much higher than that. And on top of that, I got a little bit of pain I can't tell them about, which is I'm driving around town in a freaking dually. I mean, this thing is a beast. I hate parking it. I don't like driving it. It drives smooth, but it's just like it's not ideal. All right, guys, I gotta run. Chris, you missed the whole thing. Son of a bee. I'll call you later.